we're growing China Rose Radish Sprouts, and these are one of my favorites. They have pink stems and green leaves, and they're really pretty. So for these, I generally use about 2 to 3 tablespoons. It depends on how much you actually eat. So if you're new to this, I would start with maybe just 1 tablespoon because they're really like spicy and you kind of have to get used to it maybe. So I'm just using shy of 2.5 tablespoons. I eat a lot of sprouts, so I'm good. I'm giving them some water, screwing on my lid, my sprouting lid, and I'll let them soak for like 8 hours or overnight. For radish, 4 hours is like enough, but yeah. China Rose Radish has been soaking overnight, and I'm going to drain the water and rinse them really well. Especially the first time you want to rinse them really, really well. So I usually do about 3 times, yeah. I don't even notice anymore, you know. Then you want to shake out all of the excess water, but not like this, which could damage your seed, but like this. This is just better. You won't agitate the seeds as much. Then what you do is you divide the seeds over the walls just very quickly. You place it on a 45-degree angle. You let the jar drain for like, let's say, half an hour, and just the next time you see your jar, you take it, you place it down on one of the edges so it lays down flat. That way it can get the most airflow and your sprouts do the best. I really like this method so far, and yeah, they do really, really well. So I'm going to do the same thing tonight, and then I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. This is China Rose Radish, and it's day 2. It's morning. Can you see how they're really like divided in the jar and stick to the walls? That's what you want. And then also if you do this, you hear that they're dry because they are like loose. That's what you want, so we're doing really well. I'm going to double rinse, I mean. Shake out the excess water like this. These 24-ounce jars are really good for that because you have like a good grip on them. I divide the seeds like this, just very quickly. Put it on a 45-degree angle like we do every day. Place it after like half an hour, or you can leave it longer. Just the next time you see it, you will place it down flat on one of the edges, and that way you get the most airflow and you get the best sprouts. And that's what we want, right? So you will just do the same thing tonight, and then I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. This is day 3 of the China Rose Radish. I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm going to open the jar to get a better look at it. That's my sprouting lid. Okay, so my hands are really clean. That's really important. Can you see the root fluff? It's kind of here. It just means, some people think this is mold, but it's not. It just means your sprouts are thirsty and they increase, they expand their root hairs in search for moisture. So they kind of, I'm going to pick up my lid, they kind of increase their surface area, so they have more chance to access moisture. So it's kind of like a built-in survival mechanism. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to rinse my lid because, oh, I dropped it again. So sometimes, honestly, you guys. Okay, I'm going to double rinse them. And sometimes when they expand the root hairs, they kind of grow together a bit, kind of stick together. So I just like to swirl them around. Second rinse. So shaking out the excess water, and then you're going to do like what you did in the previous days. You're going to drain them on a 45-degree angle to let the excess water drain out, and then you're going to lay them down flat, or you can also keep them under a 45-degree angle. But what I found is that because when you lay them down flat, they have a lot of airflow, and it gives me sprouts. They're just perfect every time, you know, and that's really what we want, isn't it? So I just like to do it like this. You will do the exact same thing tonight, and then I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Stay with me. I wanted to say something else. Sometimes with radish sprouts like China Rose, I like to take them out of the sprouting jar and get rid of some of the husks. If I'm going to do that, I will do an additional video tonight. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. We are still on day 3. This is China Rose radish. I told you I was going to update if I was going to do anything else to them besides rinsing. And I am, because they're just already in 3 days. It's crazy, but yeah. What I sometimes do with radish sprouts, or I actually always do this, is take them out of their sprouting jar and then add them to a salad spinner. And then get rid of some of the husks, some of the seed husks. Can you see that? It's also very important when you handle sprouts to wash your hands. Probably goes without saying, but okay, I have to plug in my charger because my battery is dying. So what I usually do is actually put them back in the sprouting jar and let them sprout for one more day, but my sink is so loud, you guys. It's like it's talking to me. So, but they're just ready, you know. So I'm going to spin them dry. So I kind of dehull them and then also spin them dry with the same salad spinner. I got this one for very cheap, but I don't like it. It's for me. It's just, it puts so much strain on my hands. I have some issues, and I'm going to look for another one. I have one, but it broke, so I kind of, yeah. But sometimes you just have to invest in something, and it's going to be worth it. So I'm looking at the one by Geifu and the one by Oxo Good Grips, I think. But yeah, still saving up. Okay, so this is it, you guys. We've done it. In just 3 days, we have lots of pretty, delicious China Rose radish sprouts. So I hope you like this series. If you do, please leave me a comment on this post or in my stories so that you will keep seeing my content in your feed. And I just also want to know if you like them so I can keep doing them, you know. I'm having fun, so I hope you are too. So I spin them completely dry. This way you can store them for a pretty long time in the fridge. So remember with radish sprouts that if they get too dry, they will get root hairs again. And it doesn't mean there's mold, there isn't. If there's mold, it will be all over the surface. So if you look closely, it will only be on the roots. What I sometimes do if I'm sick or I have been too tired to eat or whatever reason it will be, I will just put them back in a salad spinner and rinse them, you know, so they have a little moisture, and then I will eat them or store them. And yeah, that works. So they're so pretty. I really, really love these. So I'm putting on the lid. I'm blabbing. I like to blab, I'm sorry. And I always keep one corner open because remember, you are working with a living food, so it needs to breathe. It sounds so simple, right? Well, it is, but sometimes, yeah, we are so used to storing things in airtight containers. But I always keep like one corner open. And this is it. This was the channel Rose Radish. Okay, bye.